Happy day, dear students. I welcome you all for the English class today. Now we are going to learn the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. Already we have learnt one poem and one lesson in our Flamingo book. This is a second poem. I hope you are all safe at homes. Let's learn this poem. Okay, this is the poem which tells about the difficulties the children are experiencing, those who are living in the slum. Okay, they are poor people, those who are not able to learn, but they are attending their schools. What is their situation, how they are attempting, so everything has been given in this poem. See here students, this is the poet Stephen Spender. Okay, he has written this poem. He has expressed his views on the poor people's education and the school also. Let's know about him. See here, Stephen Spender was born in 1909 and he died in 1995 at the age of 86. He was a poet and an English essayist. Spender had keen interest in politics and so he declared himself as socialist and pacifist. This we can learn later. See here, his work concentrated on themes of social injustice and the class struggle. Okay, listen here students, his most of the concentration on the themes social injustice. Do you know what is social injustice? Are all the people given just in this society? No, most of the people's rights are deprived here in this society. So about this he has conveyed in his poem, and also the class struggle, that means the lower caste, middle class, higher caste, that you know very well. So these people, what they are struggling for their survival, about this also it has been given here. Okay, see here students, an elementary school classroom in the slum. Do you know what's the meaning of slum? See here I have written here, an extremely dirty and unpleasant area overcrowded with very poor people. So this is a dirty place, this is an unpleasant place, this is an overcrowded place, there only poor people will live. Sometimes while we cross there, sometimes it may stink also. So we will never like to cross that area also sometimes. So in that area, hundreds and hundreds of families are living there. But we people don't like, but even then they are supposed to survive there in that area, overcrowded area. Listen here students, about the poet. Let's see about the poet. Already we have seen. Let's see once again. He was born in 1909. He was born in 1909. He was an English poet and an essayist. He has written some poems as well as essays also. Essays means he has concentrated on these themes only, social inequalities and class inequalities. He took a keen interest in politics and declared himself to be a socialist and pacifist. So his interest was much towards the politics, so that he wanted to show his interest on those people, those who are surviving with a lot of struggles and difficulties. He himself declared to be a socialist, one who works for the society, and pacifist. Do you know the meaning of pacifist? See here students, a person who believes that war and violence are unjustifiable. Okay, listen, that means one who loves non-violence, one who hates violence. In this poem, he has concentrated on themes of social injustice. I have already told you what is social injustice, and class inequalities. That means there are different category of people who were not treated equally. Then he died in 1995 at the age of 86. Only 86 years he has lived here. See here, Stephen Spender was born in 1909. He was an English poet and an essayist. He took a keen interest in politics, so that he declared himself to be a socialist and pacifist. Then in this poem he has concentrated on social injustice and class inequalities. At last he died in 1995. So these 5 points you should have it in your mind about Stephen Spender. See here students, this is the first stanza of the poem. Today we are going to learn only this first stanza. Just read once again. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces, like rootless weeds, the head torn round their pallor, the tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper-seeming boy with rat's eyes, the standard unlucky hair of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lesson from his desk at back of the dim glass, one unnoted, sweet and young, his eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. Listen here students, far, far from gusty waves. What do you understand from this? Far, far means the distance, how long the people were suffering, that shows it. From gusty waves, gusty means very strong and irregular. Waves here mentions the problem what they were facing. So due to this problem they are facing for a long years, their children's faces are looking like rootless weeds. Have you seen weeds anywhere? Okay, you would have seen these weeds especially in the fields. While they are cultivating paddy fields, these weeds will also grow. So weeds will not be cultivated by anyone. They themselves will grow, but they will not be strong enough. They don't have any roots at all. But at a particular time, the owner of the field will remove the weeds. If the weeds are removed, only the paddy saplings will grow properly. So at a particular time, they will be removed. So they are known as unwanted plants. The hair turned round their pallor. See here. So due to the problems they were facing for a long period, the children's faces were looking like rootless weeds. They were not clear. The face was with all burdens. The face was with all struggles. The face was with sadness. Now see here, the hair turned round their pallor. So the hair was not tied properly. It was not combed properly. So that it is falling on their pallor. Pallor means pale, dull face. Okay, it falls onto their faces. See here, the hair was not tied properly. The hair was not combed properly, so that it falls onto their pale, dull face. Next line you see, the tall girl with her weighed down head. See here, the girl is very tall, it has been given here. And the head is weighed one. Does it look bigger? No, it's not like that. The girl is so tall, but even then she is looking her down only. She is not at all able to raise her head. So that much problem she has faced in her life. That much ashamed of the society. So that always she is putting her head down. She doesn't want to see anyone. She doesn't want to face anything in this society. So thinking of her all burdens and problems, she is always looking down. That's the meaning. Then the paper-seeming boy with rat's eyes. See here, the paper-seeming boy. It doesn't look like the newspaper boy. The paper-seeming boy means the boy's structure is seen as a paper. That much thin the boy is. With rat's eyes. Do you know rat's eyes? That will be that much sharper to identify the things at the kitchens. Okay. So that much sharper the boy's eyes are. The boy is so thin, that's not a matter. But the boy's eyes are very sharp to see something which will be helpful for the boy to be achieving in the society. So he is a lover of achievements. The stunted unlucky hair. See here, the stunted means not fully grown due to malnutrition. So he is considered as the unluckiest one. The hair means successor or the son, or one who comes after someone. Okay. So the stunted unlucky hair, the not fully grown due to malnutrition. The boy who is facing the problem of malnutrition, he is considered as the unluckiest hair. What is his problem? He has twisted bones. The bones have been twisted with another one. Reciting a father's gnarled disease. What does he do? He is reciting. He is telling that I have got a disease of my father's. Have you seen anywhere father will give the disease to his son? Anywhere father's disease will be transmitted to the boys? Here, the father's disease only the boy has got by hereditary. Okay, normally the fathers will give their properties, their riches, the wealth, that's all. Okay, that they'll be very much careful to give more pleasures to the son. But here the suffering has transmitted from father to the boy. His lesson from his desk. Okay, listen here. He has written a lesson in the desk. He is not able to buy a notebook. That much poverty he belongs to. At back of the dim class, one unnoted. See here, the classroom is not at all powerful. Okay, so that is a dingy classroom. Only the small surface is there and more people are being accommodated there. So the classroom is dingy and there is no way for the sunlight to go inside also. That much, even in the front row is dark. Then think of the last row. So there one boy is there. He is not able to be noticed by anyone and he is considered as sweet and young. So while all these problems are faced here, while all these children's problems are highlighted, this boy has been said sweet and young. What does it mean? See here, what does he do in the classroom? His eyes live in a dream. He doesn't look after whatever happens in the classroom. He doesn't concentrate on the lessons taught to him because he doesn't want to take care of all those things. He wouldn't have had his breakfast also. He wouldn't have anything for eating also. Then what he needed is only entertainment. So he looks out through the window. There the squirrels are playing. Okay, so listen here, lives in a dream. Okay, he is dreaming of, maybe daydreaming, a squirrel's game. So the squirrels are playing there. He wants to join the squirrel game in the room other than this. Okay, in the tree room other than this. So what is that? In the trees, the squirrels are playing and other than this is what he needed. That's what it's given here. So in this poem, see that rhyming scheme. Listen here students, these, phases, tone, pallor, anywhere rhyming words are there. A rhyming scheme is there, nothing is there. So that it's known as free verse. Free verse means no rhyming scheme, particular rhyming scheme will not be there. Particular rhyming words will not be there. So with anything they can write. That's what known as free verse. Let's learn this poem once again. Due to the poverty they were facing for a long time, the strong problems, the children's faces are looking like rootless weeds, the rootless unwanted plants. The hair was not combed properly, the hair was not tied properly, so it falls onto their faces, the pale dull faces. One tall girl has been described here with weighed down head. So due to the problems what she was facing for a long time and due to the shameful society, she put her head down. She was not able to look at anyone. She was not able to face anything in the society. Then next one, the paper seeming boy. The boy who was seen like a paper, that much thin, but his eyes were sharp to achieve something in the world. The standard unlucky hair. Okay, the person who has experienced the malnutrition problem is considered as the unluckiest one. He is the successor of his father and he had the problem of twisted bones. He has recited that he has got a disease from his father as the hereditary one. His lesson from his desk. He learns through the writing on the desk only. He is not able to buy a notebook also. See, at the back of the classroom, one boy was not at all noticed, but he was so sweet and young. Why means his eyes were living with a dream of squirrel's game as he plays with the squirrels and the squirrels were playing here and there on the tree. So everything he is watching, he doesn't want to watch what is going on in the classroom. He doesn't want to observe what is going on in the classroom. So these all, you know, that rhyming words versus free verse. So rhyming scheme already we have seen, free verse. See the meanings, children. Weeds, unwanted plants that grow on their own. Pallor, pale, dull face. Stunted, not fully grown due to malnutrition. Gnarled, knotted or rough. Here we can take it as rough. Paper seeming boy, very thin boy, as thin as a sheet of paper. Hair, successor, gusty, very strong and irregular. While I taught the poem itself, I have told you all these meanings, just you note down. So let's learn the literary devices now. Like rootless weeds. Like rootless weeds, it's simile because like is there. Okay, this is there in the first line. Sorry, second line of the poem. So simile. Paper seeming boy. The boy was looking like a paper. So like, it's an indirect comparison. So it's known as metaphor. In the first line, first word itself, far, far. It's repeated here. So to give the stress on the distance or the period of time they were experiencing the problem, it has been given repetition. So repeatedly it has been given, so it's known as repetition in the poem. Okay, listen students, first stanza we have completed. So I'll come and meet you with the another part of this same poem. So learn this poem, read again and again and work out with the meanings, everything. So check with the dictionary also. So it's ended. Thank you students.